Battle Axes of the Most High, coming to you with another Fervent Friday. All right. All praises to the Most High for another day to do the will of the Father. Yeah, about a minute to come on in. I know sometimes we're trying to stop the. If you're trying to stop a little upload. Everybody opportunity to come on, man. Oh. The tea don't taste too hot. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get on in. You know, Officer Benaniyah of the Battle Axes of the Most High, bring you another Fervent Friday. We're going to go straight into the class. The name of the class this week is What Do You Believe? Who Can You Trust? What do you believe? Who can you trust? All right. All right, so I'm going to go into my first precept. We're going into Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, 21. And it reads, "And this was an occasion to deceive the world from men serving either calamity or tyranny. Did ascribe unto stones and stocks and the uncommunicable name." Right? Because a lot of our people, they don't know what to believe in. They don't know what to trust, right? And what they're doing is they're going out here, they're just believing in anything. They see the AI videos. Oh yeah, did you see this, that, and the third? You can tell the AI now. It'll be something weird. Baby about to put something in the socket, then the dog just grab up the baby and just shake the baby out the way, right? We can easily tell that that's AI. You look for the word surah there, right? Look for the word surah, and it's showing you that is AI. But the occasion to deceive the world, right? Just like old boy in China. Oh yeah, that's our enemies. China doing this and that. We putting tariffs on it. Now you over here, big smiles, big handshakes. You know what I'm saying? In regards to it, but that's supposed to be your enemy. That's supposed to be the enemy to our country. But yet you over here, big smiles, big handshakes. All that stuff be capped, man. You can't trust in nothing these heathens say whatsoever, right? Yeah, I don't have any problem with you guys. Lie. We're here for everybody. Lie. And they love to lie in regards to it, right? That's the reason why they try to put our videos in a scenario where the notification will come out. So now people don't know when we going live in most cases. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, right? But we're going to keep bringing out this word of the Most High. The good thing is you can always watch it later. Because we have to look at who deceived the world, right? When it says here, this was the occasion to deceive the world, who did that? Go over to Revelations 12 and 9. All right? Not a heavy class, because you got to know who you believe in. Who do you trust, right? The book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 9. The great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him, right? We have to know what you're actually believing in, because you're serving calamity, right, or tyranny, because the first thing they'll have you to believe is, hey, This gonna happen. Oh, we cut off the government assistance, right? So now they're making it more difficult for you to get on a plane, right? Now they're making it more difficult for you to do certain things because everything's shut down. Y'all ain't know by now they do this every year. Every year. But so many people are caught up with, and as y'all come on in, hit that like, share, subscribe. So many people are caught up in what's going on in their regular life. They don't even think about, hey, wait, this happened last year. Oh, this happened last year. This happened the year before that. They don't even think about that. And the reason why they don't do so, right? The reason why they don't do so is because, guess what? They're in a scenario where they don't know what's going on. They don't know what to believe in, right? They don't know what to believe in. And again, now they got us believing in stone and stocks. People around here, oh, me kiss the cobblestone. Ain't doing nothing for you. I got the crystals around my neck. Ain't doing nothing for you. You got the crucifix. Ain't doing nothing for you, right? Shalom Yapa Adiva Tasalaya, right? That wood and stone, what's that? Deuteronomy 4 and what, 20, 28? That wood and stone. They told us this was going to happen. This is prophesied. Can't act surprised now. We can't act surprised now. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 28. And there ye shall serve. Right? Matter of fact, I'm going to start with 27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left in few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead you. And there ye shall serve gods, and work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. Right? So they're not even, we're in a point now where they got our people just believing anything. Put on an ankh, put on a crucifix, right? Worship Allah. Allah is just a Paleo-Hebrew word that just means power. There's no God of the Muslims. If that was the case, where are they at when they get embalmed and depleted? They live in the middle of the desert, sand everywhere, right? They Buddha, right? You worshiping Buddha, and guess what? Buddha ain't listening. He's not responding. All of these imaginary gods, they're not responding. And the thing is they say, well, y'all worship Sky Daddy. Oh, okay. That's what atheists say, right? My cousin used to say that all the time. But I asked him, I said, you don't worship anything. When you die, you just go on the ground. That's it. So you do everything you want to do now. And I said, your life ain't going any better than what you think it should be going. Not happy, right? But again, these are the choices that our people are deceived into taking because the world was deceived by Satan and the devil. And we know Esau is pushing that campaign for Satan, right? He's the top supporter of the devil himself. Let's go over to Sirach 13 and 6, right? Let's stack this up. The book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 6. But yet, for this, they are the less to be blamed. Hey, oh, no wonder. I'm in Wisdom of Solomon. I'm about to say, I don't say that. Looking at the paper right here, Sirach. I was still in Wisdom of Solomon 13. Sirach, chapter 13, verse 6. It says, if he had need of thee, he will deceive thee, right? These people who are running the scenario, who do you believe? What do you believe? Who do you trust in, right? If they need y'all to come to work, right? If they need y'all to get y'all food stamps or y'all assistance, they gonna give you those. They gonna, oh man, guess what? The stocks are going down. The stores aren't able to move their supplies. And guess what's gonna happen? When y'all do get y'all food stamps, you know what's left on the shelf? Stuff that they couldn't move. Stuff that they could not move. And now you're like, oh, I gotta hurry up and eat it. right? The Most High did this purposely. He don't want y'all celebrating Thanksgiving. Again, Thanksgiving. But that's all they were doing. Killing the Native Americans. Killing our people, right? What's happening now? You put this happening now. What's happening now? All right. Well, let me finish reading this. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee. Oh, it's okay, guys. We're gonna get you the food stamps, right? Oh yeah. Con. Megan Israel. Con. It is happening right now. It's the bait and switch. It's the bait and switch. Y'all gonna be so desperate when y'all go in here to buy, when they give y'all this little portion of food stamps, y'all gonna go in and tap that card, right? Exactly. That's what they're boy, Esau ain't slick, boy. As I said, if y'all gonna buy things, buy non-perishable. You may want to get something that's coming in a can, even though you can't trust that sometimes, right? But it has a stronger shelf life in regards to it. And I mean, it's getting out of control because guess what your children gonna say? I don't want to eat no vegetables. I don't want to eat that. And guess what? We used to go to bed hungry. You about to be in the same club, Buckaroo. You about to be in the bed hungry, right? They don't know nothing about drinking water till your belly full. You're in there drinking water till your belly full, right? You can hear swishing around in your stomach, right? Shalom, right? But this is what they get on TV and do. Oh, we can't give you no food stamps. We can't let y'all go to work. But guess what? It says, if he have need for thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee. When them people go back to work, when them people go back to doing their job at the airport, it's gonna be calamity. It's gonna be calamity because they done changed some things while y'all was gone. While y'all was calling in sick, right? While y'all wasn't working. I got 10 people watching. Let's get these likes up to 10 likes, man. Help spread the word of the Most High to the four corners of the earth. All you're doing is just hitting the like, and it could cost you a dime, right? And it says, and will put in hope, he will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou, right? That's exactly what they're doing. Well, what's the problem? We gave you some of the food stamps because we need you to go to the store to buy this old food that's been sitting here. We need you to get it out of there. We need to force you into keeping Thanksgiving, right? We're going to have all this Thanksgiving stuff as soon as you come in the store. That's the foolishness, right? He's going to say, well, what's going on? What's the problem? We gave you the food stamps, right? Let's go to Ephesians 5 and 6 because what we have to do is make sure that we know who we trust, which is the Most High, right? Ephesians 5 and 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words. Yeah, we're going to get you the food stamps. We're going to get you that. My ribs sound buffering. Let me get off the... All right. And when you go to food pantries, guess what? The food in there, yeah, from Esau house. Exactly. They giving it no different than when we was enslaved. Here goes some chitlins. Here goes some scraps from the table, right? Well, just everybody out there. Okay, well, all praise to the Most High for those who still rocking, right? Just cleared everybody out when they did that. But the thing is we don't want to be deceived with vain words. Yeah, we're going to take care of you. Don't worry. You're going to have Thanksgiving. You're going to have Christmas, right? It says, for because of these things, the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience. When you get that turkey and you sick or y'all in there arguing and carrying on in your house, but the Most High didn't want you to keep Thanksgiving, but you want to keep it anyway. You want to keep it anyway. These are the children of disobedience. Shalom, Aqua. Hey, Mama Mariah, how you doing? All right. All praise. Good to see you, sis. But that's what they want us to do. They want us to be deceived by their vain words that's going to make us be deceived by a vain opinion. It's okay. We keeping Thanksgiving for the children. Them children don't care nothing about no Thanksgiving. And truth be told, they don't like some of that food that y'all eating anyway. They just want to see their cousins and go outside and play, right? That's all they looking to do. They don't care about that. People got to ask who making the macaroni. I ain't finna eat her macaroni. Who eating the potato salad? I don't know. Now they got it fried turkeys. We're gonna get the niggers involved. They like that fried stuff. Get them a fried turkey. You about to burn your house down to deep fried turkey. Come on, man. Now Popeye's got the deep fried turkeys, right? Shalom, shalom. Sister Kia, good to see you, right? But they don't look at it like that. Sirach 3:24 tells you straight up, it says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion. It's okay to eat Thanksgiving. It's okay the children want it. No, they don't. These children are not asking you to go make them no turkey. They can care less about that. Can we go play? It's going to be the main question. Running up and down the house, in and out the house. They want to play with their cousins. They don't care about no Thanksgiving. We are indoctrinating these children into wanting to do something. I've never had a child say, oh, what are we doing? Now, as I got older, when I was in the world, I was doing the BS, right? Shalom, shalom, Aquavanetta. Shalom, Angel A, right? Good to see y'all. Come on. Jeremiah 7:5. Thus said the Lord, curse be the man that trusteth in man. Make of flesh his arm, whose heart departed from the Lord. Yeah. Lying on these children. It's the children that want the Thanksgiving. No, it ain't. Nobody in there saying you're gonna make a sweet potato, because y'all can make that at any time. Y'all can make that at any time. Right? And what's so crazy, y'all say, oh, we keep the Sabbath on Sunday. It tells you not supposed to kindle fire in the house, but yet you got Sunday dinner. Come on, man. These are the vain words, being deceived, right? And now we get deceived by our own vain opinion. Well, I'm gonna make Sunday dinner because great grandma used to do it. She ain't know no better either. Your grandma ain't know no better either. That's why she was always asking you what this say, what this mean. Because she ain't know either. She was in there guessing, right? Grandma's in there guessing. She knew how to cook that food, but she was in there guessing, right? It says, but many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. It's okay to do it. It's all right to do it, right? You'll sit here and let them disrespect you on television saying, hey, your people on Section 8. Your people on food stamps, right? But when the Pilgrims showed up, we lost, we hungry. We lost, we hungry. We ain't got nowhere to stay. Oh, y'all need some housing from the Indians, huh? We hungry. Y'all need some food assistance from the Indians, huh? Do you turn around and steal their land and tell them, oh, it belongs to the U.S. government, right? Come on. You're supposed to be thankful for every day of life that we get. No, you want to celebrate what Master has taught you. And when somebody challenges that, now it's like, oh, y'all doing something weird. Y'all in the cult. You in the cult. Clearly, y'all celebrating the day that a bunch of people murdered a bunch of people that helped them previously. What sounds cultish to you? But again, our people don't know what to believe, who to believe in, or who to trust, right? It's the crazy part. This is where the vain opinion come in. Romans 10:21, right? Because the Lord been trying to reach out to us. He's been telling us, hey, come away from it. Let me separate y'all again. Come away from it. Let me separate y'all again. Y'all had the segregation? Guess what? Let me separate y'all. Colors only. Y'all can use the bathroom in here, right? You don't want to drink in no, I don't want to drink on no water fountain after no Edomite. You might as well let a dog kiss you in the mouth, right? Romans 10:21. It says, but Israel, he said, all day long I've stretched forth my hands into a disobedient and gainsaying people. The Lord has been reaching out to us. He's been sending his prophets. He's been doing this for the longest. But what can we say? Well, if your God is real, then why y'all on the bottom? Because he's been reaching out to us, and we disobedient because we listening to Pastor Porkchop, Uncle Johnny, Aunt Susie Mae. We listening to all these people that's leading us down a path of confusion, right? And with them leading us down this path of confusion, we're stuck on vain opinions. We're being deceived. Now we're deceiving our children, right? Isaiah 65:2. It says, I have spread out my hands all day long to a rebellious people. We are rebellious people, not keeping these commandments, not taking the Most High serious. That's foolishness, right? But again, then we want to wonder why the Lord not helping us. Why we not getting the assistance? Why we on the bottom? Because we're rebelling the only hope and help that we have. For what? Right? All right, I'll be careful now. So time after time, come on. That's the problem. Because they didn't give us lie after lie. They try to, and I'm gonna tell you where the confusion come in with the vain opinion. They'll tell our women, oh, y'all the most educated. But then they'll tell the women, y'all got the highest student debt. So even with the student debt, when you go to try and get something or have something nice, guess what? You can't get it because your credit ran through the ground, keeping those slave institutions of education up there. Now, guess what? They firing all these people. UPS letting people go, Amazon, you name it, Ford, all these places. Oh, Esau got to let them go. We bringing in the AI. And I ain't talking Allen Iverson, but they crossing your job over. You go a little overtime. You go a little overtime. Then they take you to the hole. Yeah, we got to let you go. Lord have mercy. Then they going to step over you while you're around. And then tell us we're always begging and looking for a handout. First fired, last hired. But we always looking for that handout, right? But the scripture's telling us we have been rebellious people, man. When are we going to come back and do thus say the Lord? When are we going to take the accountability to come back to get those blessings that we're entitled to, right? But the scripture says, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. This is where we was going from. They were deceived by their own vain opinion. I ain't got to do this no more. I ain't got to do that no more. This is the confusion that's been laid upon our people, and guess what? They're too proud to do something about it. It's always I wish somebody would, right? It's always a wishing of the would, right? But guess what? The Lord is saying, I wish y'all would keep my commandments so I can go ahead and keep y'all blessed like I need to be. So I can deal with these heathens like I want to deal with. Then should we celebrate Thanksgiving and other holidays? No. Okay, so let me ask you this, Melinda, right? You most likely have Native Americans in your family, Indigenous Latinos in your family, and Negroes in your family. What was your family members doing during the first Thanksgiving? Getting slaughtered, picking cotton, getting chased out of their land, helping those same people, right? That's making it hard for everybody because guess what? They don't let any of those people run the government at all, right? They turned off the SNAPs and the food stamps, WIC, stuff that affects our people based on the situations that they're unfortunately in, right? Why are we not celebrating New Moon this month? That's the Most High's holiday. You can do your Thanksgiving meal, right? Because you ain't got to have turkey. Because when you look up what these items that they push to us on Thanksgiving mean, right? And I'm going to go ahead and just bust it out. Cranberry sauce, the blood that was shed of the Native Americans. And they have this documented in a diary from the first mayor or governor of Plymouth Rock. He wrote a whole documentary of what things meant to them because they were sick in the head. The turkey, the carving of the turkey, was pretty much the carving of the Native American soldiers that gave their life to defend their people, right? The stuffing, right, was pretty much pulling the unborn babies out of the women who were massacred during that time. This is what they said it symbolizes, right? Cranberry sauce was the blood that was shed. They used to round the Native American women up. And if they caught any of our people, the Negroes out there helping, guess what? You get some too. They would cut the breasts off the women, sew it together, and turn it into a baseball or a soccer ball. Used to be the heads of the soldiers that gave their life defending the other Native Americans who were basically having their land stolen by the we're lost pilgrims. We need help, right? So why do you want to celebrate something that represents so much agony and pain to our people? You should be thankful that you have the opportunity to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You should be thankful for another day of life, right? We got the Day of Atonement, right? People skip over that. We got new moons every month. Our people skip over that. But you want to keep Master holiday. Master don't give a damn about you. That's why he cut your food stamps off. That's why everything's so hard about because of Master. The same people you want to join in, we got a lot to be thankful for. Yeah, when you're rich and you got money off the back of other people, yeah, you can celebrate that all day long. But it's nothing to celebrate. It's nothing to celebrate. You know what they was doing with Negro slaves? They had us going out there shooting up all the buffalo and gathering up all the meat so it starve out the Native American people. I'm not thankful for that, right? I'm not thankful for any of that. My wife is a Tiano Indian. I got plenty Native Americans in my family. Thanksgiving, boy, I get mad, boy. I don't like nothing. I don't like near bit of it. Not near bit of it. Now that I know that it goes against what the Most High is asking us to do, I don't like near bit of it. None. If they said we cancel Thanksgiving, all praise to the Most High. Cancel out Christmas too, but make sure we keep that dedication week going, that Hanukkah going for our people, man. Right? Not for the small heads. You got to think about it. Yeah, that's something to think about because you're teaching. Okay, they'll quit to say I'm not racist, right? But y'all celebrating Thanksgiving used to be every week. And then they had it every month. But so many Native Americans was getting killed to where I think either George Washington or Abraham Lincoln had to say, whoa. It's too much. We killing too many. How are we going to slave them? How are we going to round them up? How are we going to get their resources if we kill them all? So now it went to making it the third. They made it in November. It was every month at one point, like a purge, right? God. Yahweh Bashima Mashiach, Yahweh Shabrakatah. Good to see you down there, right? Jeremy Jordan. What do you say when your colleagues tell you happy Thanksgiving? I don't say nothing. I tell them I don't celebrate that. Off rip. King of the 305, man. I'm from Broad. It's good to see you, right? He says, I want to know how I should address these types of situations at work. Well, you let them know just straight up, just like, hey, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm thankful every day for life. I'm thankful for my family. And I'm not celebrating it one time and like, I have a lot of Native Americans in my family. So out of respect for them, I don't keep this holiday. And you keep it straight like that and keep it pushing. If they want more answers, they can go look it up. Because what happens is when you hit somebody with a truth bomb, they want to find out where it was shot from. And they want to do that. You go look up anything. Oh, what's that on your shirt? Oh, you're an Israelite? They can go around the computer. They're going to look that up. So they need to go look up why we keep Thanksgiving and what the evil origins of Thanksgiving is, right? Oh, we lost. Don't the movies start like that? We lost. We ran out of gas. Next thing you know, they're trying to kill the whole family. They good at what they're doing, right? Come on. Yeah, they done moved me up to an officer, but all praises, man. I'm a soldier for the Lord, just a humble servant, right? But again, we got to look at it. Look at 2 Ezra 5 and 29, right? Because look at how they manipulating us and they finessing us into not keeping the law, statute, and commandments, right? I got a religious exemption, right? You get those because what you do is you get in the job, you get a paycheck or two in there, and say, hey, I need to talk to HR. And say, hey, I want to keep my job, but at the same time, I want to follow the rules of the EOE. I have a calendar that I have to follow for my high holy days. Can I submit this? I don't need to be paid on these days, but I do need to be able to acknowledge these days. Straight up. And when you're at work, you can't make no kikis or ha-has or nothing with stuff that you know that's gonna go against what you believe in. Because what happens is oh, I didn't know he didn't believe no Thanksgiving. We talking about Thanksgiving, he didn't say nothing. You talking about what he like to eat on Thanksgiving too. You gotta be able to just walk away from the conversations, right? Gotta be able to walk away from them. But let's see what it says. 2 Ezra 5 and 29 says, and they which did gainsay thy promises and believe not thy covenants have trodden them down. Our people have trodden down that, right? All praises, right? It gets to a point where we start to gainsay the Lord, man. And we got to ask ourselves, what are we doing? You gainsaying the Lord, that's a deadly game, right? Because the covenants and the things that the Lord has given us, the promises, it's like you just spitting on them. The Most High stretching out his hand to you and you just spitting in his hand. He wipe it off. He stretch it back out. You spit in it again. When you are spitting on when you're trotting down these customs that he's given us, right? Jump over, stay in the same chapter. We're going to go over to chapter 7 and get verse 60, right? See what it says. It says here, nevertheless, they believe not him, nor yet the prophets after him, nor me, which have spoken unto them, right? And you can precept that with John 5 and 45 and Luke 24 and 44, right? Because guess what? They don't want you to believe that you are a child of the Most High. They don't want you to believe that keeping these commandments. Y'all hit that like, share, subscribe when y'all come on in. Let's get it up to 20 likes. Let's shake this algorithm so we can get more people to understand that the belief in the Most High is the only belief you need, man. And make sure that you're not being deceived into your own vain opinion by their vain words, because it's a slippery slope when it comes to sin, right? Because Isaiah 53 and 1 says, who have believed our report, right? Who's believed a report? Because a lot of times they don't believe it. We out there on the street, hey, did you know that you're the best thing on the planet? Yeah, F that. Wow. That's how you feel about yourself? That's crazy, right? And then you want to say, oh, the black woman is the most unprotected because she's not keeping the laws and statutes and commandments of the Most High. She's not submitting to the Lord. Y'all more concerned with something that says that she got to commit to a man or submit to a man. If you submit to the Most High, as his word commands, you're going to already submit to your husband knowing that you got to do thus say the Lord. They don't think about it like that. They only think about what their friends gonna say, right? We be in the mall or in the store, and I might say something to my wife, and my wife might say, "Yes, my Lord," and they just look at her like she done did something wrong, right? But if she asks me, "Nigga, what you want?" They gonna laugh. That's okay for them. That's okay for the disrespect to come down the pipe. But when she says, "Yes, my Lord," they're looking crazy, right? But again, this is the reason why a lot of women sitting on the sidelines in a relationship, hoping that a sneaky link or side dude calls them. They're not going out anywhere. At night, they cuddle in a pillow, right? Covering their pillow with tears because they've made a decision to go against the word of the Most High. So you're not going to get what you're looking for. There's no Prince Charming coming to bring you back your slipper. There's no Cinderella going on. You know why? Because you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, right? So Isaiah 53:1, who have believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed, right? To Israel, his servant. But they don't believe that. When you tell them, oh, I don't know about that. So what do you think? I don't know, but I don't think it's that. You can always find the same people saying the same thing, right? I don't know. And then when you ask them for an answer, well, what do you think it is? They ain't got no answer for that either, but they quick to tell you how it's not right. This is the foolishness that our people are being deceived under vain words from our oppressors that's leading them into Shalom as a I might be butchering your name, as a Khalil Jarrell, Baba Kushaf Shalakia, if I mispronounce your name, right? Isaiah 6:64 is telling you straight up. It says, but there are some of you that believe not. For Yahushua knew from the beginning who they were that believe not and who should betray him. So when I see these videos, I ain't got no food to feed my family. What about my children? The Most High Son already knew y'all was going to betray him and not keep the commandments. He already knew that. That's why you ain't got no food stamps, right? That's the reason why you're going through, hey, you've been on Section 8 20 years, let somebody else stay here. It's time to go. They don't want to hear that. It's crazy work. Should have been saving up. You could probably buy a mansion by then, but you wasn't, right? Because Yahushua knew from the jump, y'all wasn't going to keep it 100 with him. And that's the sad part. Some of these people are the same ones back then who said, give us Barabbas. Barabbas ain't telling us to keep the laws like that. He ain't tripping, right? He ain't tripping like that. Let's go over to Psalms 78:22. See what that says, right? It says, because they believe not in God and trusted not in his salvation, right? It says, though he had commanded the clouds from above and opened the doors of heaven and rained down manna upon them to eat and had given them the corn of heaven, right? Our people was fed when nobody else was trying to feed them, right? And you see, they got the whole government shut down, but every company offering you a Black Friday sale, that's a slap in your face. Because Black Friday, our people were sold. You get your 2-for-1 on the slaves. Get your 3 little engine girls and a baby for the price of 1, right? Get you some trinkets from a chief that we shot down. You get a half price, right? They don't care nothing about how you're going to feed your family. They're looking at the fact that they want you to be destroyed in the mind. So that way you believe anything they tell you. You're going to do it however which way you want. They can make gas $5. People still going to line around the corner to get it. Because they believe not in God, nor trust in his salvation. That's the reason why. Romans 3:3. Because you got to ask yourself, what if some didn't believe? Right? That's the scripture saying. Romans 3:3 said, what if some didn't believe? People don't believe that, right? The book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? God forbid, yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged. They don't look at it like that. They don't look at it like that. When they pray at night, Lord, thank you for today. All right, good night, I'm sleeping. Wow. I'm mistaken the reason why they call it ashtrays. It used to be. Probably. I don't put nothing past Esau, man. I don't put nothing. Just like a picnic. Oh, we going on a picnic. How many times you was a kid, Yogi Bear, we can get a picnic basket. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And probably like a picnic casket. We want them out of there. 2 Timothy 2:13, man. Not a long class. 2 Timothy 2:13. And it reads, if we believe not, yet he abideth faithful, he cannot deny himself. Because the Most High is not going to deny himself. You shouldn't deny yourself either of the blessings that the Most High has on deck for you. You're sitting here playing in the face of God, and then you upset when you get the outcome that you get. Men and women. That you're not teaching your children nothing. They're just being filled with the world. And next thing you know, they puffing up at you. I told my son, I'll make your shoulders touch, you disrespect me. Both your shoulders gonna touch together. You disrespect me. Same thing with my daughter. We're not playing that. And I said, when I leave, you better not disrespect your mama. And that's how they like to do it. They want to wait until the commander-in-chief of the house is gone, and the vice president, and now they want to try and overtake the office. Can we have this? Can we have that? Can we have? Because I'm gonna say no. No, you don't need that, right? Because you got to make these children want to respect you for something. You give them everything, and they gonna show you how that turns out, right? You start letting them have what they want, they gonna go in there and take it. And if they ain't gonna take it, they gonna sneak it. They gonna sneak it and take it. And then you're gonna be asking yourself, hey, wasn't it, who went in here and ate some of this cake? Oh, I had a piece. Who did you ask? Oh, I didn't ask nobody. Okay, there you go. That's where the disrespectful part come in, because guess what? We didn't believe. We didn't believe that the Most High was serious about what he was going to do for us and do to our enemies in regards to that. Sirach 32:24, let's look at what happens when you are a believer of the Lord, right? Come on, love not the world or the things in it, but they love it. They love it. Our children going to the little, what's the name, YB concert, out there crying for somebody who would look at them as if they seen them crying and call them, oh man, you a sucker. You crying for that? No, you don't even know him. But hey, that's the thing. You worship what you know not, right? You worship somebody who tells y'all he hates what he's become. Sirach 32:24. He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to his commandments. This is how you know you're a believer and you're believing in the right thing. You're taking heed to the commandments. And he that trusteth in him shall fare never the worse, right? And you go right there to Sirach 33:1. There shall no evil happen to him that feareth the Lord, but in temptation, even again, he will deliver them, right? And you go to that 1 Corinthians 10:13 with that. But a lot of times we don't want to stack up the scriptures. All we want to do is manufacture murmuring. The Lord don't want to hear that. He don't want to hear that, right? He does not want to hear that. Go to Sirach 2:8. All right, I got one more precept, and I'll let y'all get back to y'all day. All right. The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 8. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Right? Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Right? It says, look at the generation of old, and see, did any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? We got to stop playing with the Most High. Because when you can't believe that, what I just read, you calling the Most High a liar. And that's a deadly game, bro. That's a deadly game. Get my last preach up here and I'm going to get along. We're going over to 1 John, right? Yep, those some great precepts, sis. We're going over to 1 John 5:3. Because we got to look at it. Y'all don't want to believe? Y'all think it's a lie? Well, this is what I'm going to do. The book of 1 John chapter 5, verse 13. It says, these things have I written unto you that believe on the name of the Son of God, that ye may know that ye have eternal life, and that ye may believe on the name of the Son of God, right? The reason why I say that is it says, ye fear the Lord and believe him, and your reward shall not fear. Right? That reward is the eternal life. Don't you want that reward? I know I do. Put a 1 in the chat if you want that reward of eternal life, man. Y'all should be about to knock your phone out your hand, because I know I want me some eternal life, man. Here at the Battle Axes, we say keep the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, right? Come on, right? I'm going to put a 1 in the chat, too. How about that? Because I wanted to, right? We say keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get along, right? I'll let y'all get back to y'all day, right? Because the way that you stick up your spiritual middle finger at these heathens and at the world who doesn't love you is by keeping these commandments, flying straight, not getting out the spirit. Don't let nobody take you out the spirit. Your spirit too strong for that. You ain't gonna let nobody just reach in your pockets, go in your purse and just give me this, give me your phone. You gonna be like, what? No, you're not going for it. Same thing. Don't let nobody take you out the spirit. I don't care how hard they try. You just look at them and laugh, man. Like a lion looking at a little lion, looking at a little hyena cub over there growling. This lion got battle scars on his face, claws sharp as I don't know what. He gonna look at that little baby hyena like, all right, better find somebody to play with, right? Because that's what we should be doing, right? So I'm going straight in on this law because we got to know who we believe in, what we believe in, right? I'm going to Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. Real simple, straight to the point. It's the first commandment, right? Thou shalt not have no other gods before me. That mean anything. Not worshiping yourself, not worshiping family members, not worshiping the dead, not worshiping your car, your home, your clothes, jewelry. None of this stuff means nothing. So we shouldn't be working. These are trinkets. This is something that the Lord, you put a bracelet on a baby, like a gold necklace or a gold bracelet or earrings on a baby. They're not going to worship that. They're just looking. That's how you're supposed to be. It means nothing to them. If they pop that bracelet, throw it on the ground, walk away, it means nothing. We got to make sure that this world means nothing to us. And these laws, statutes, and commandments mean everything to us, every moment, man. I'm banging for the Lord, right? I'm banging on all 12 tribes, on the ancestors, right? On the laws and the prophets. We keeping these commandments, right? That's what I'm throwing. I'm throwing up these commandments, right? That's my gang sign. It's throwing up these commandments for the Lord, right? You're going to see these fringes. You're going to see me in the spirit, right? Come, let no man take your crown. Nobody going to do that. Sister, why your hair messed up like that? Let somebody take your crown, huh? Brother, why your hair scratched up like that? Somebody done snatched off your crown, huh? Don't let nobody take that. I'm going to read that law again. Exodus 20 and 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Believe that. Stand on that. This is all we got, man. Don't worry about what man say he going to do under you. He can't do nothing compared to what the Most High don't allow him to do. We will endure. We are the people of the book. They've gone through way worse than what we've gone through. So we need to go ahead and gird up our loins, gird up our skirts, and show the Most High we are worthy to be called royal. We're worthy of that crown. We're worthy of that kingdom, right? We ain't no dogs. We ain't no heathens. We ain't none of that foolishness they try to call us. We need to claim what we really are. And if we going to bang for the Lord, let keeping the commandments be your gang sign. I am Officer Ehud Banya Shirala, the Battle Axes of the Most High. I want to bid you a call. Halal Yahweh Bahashem, Hamashat Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yasharala, Barakatah Akim Wa'ak Wakim Shemai. Y'all have a blessed day, man. Remember, we banging on these heathens. Your gang sign is keeping those commandments, all 613. Shalom.